this metaphor that this talks about is, so this actually I found it on Pinterest.
Oh yeah.
Tetris.
Well, I like it though. I like it. I like it.
So it says Tetris taught me that when you try to fit in, you disappear. And yeah. When I came across that on my feed, I was like, bars. I'm like, damn.
He has a point. He has a point. Let him cook.
Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome back to The Factory. Yeah, that's the name of the show, The Factory. It's your boys again, Kevin and Nick, and we're here for episode 6. Episode 6. Yeah,
episode
6.
6.
Okay. And Nick is all better now. He's in tip-top shape.
I've been better. What do you mean? Last week I was good.
Were you good last week?
Good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was good.
My bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
But yeah, we both are
I've recovered.
healthy as ever. And I actually want to start this episode with the word gratitude, actually. So
Take it away.
So yesterday, was it? No, day before yesterday, we uploaded our 4th episode.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, that made me realize that this is the week where we celebrate 1 month of The Factory being on YouTube.
Shit.
And this is also marks like 1.5 months of us ever since we started recording. So not that great of a milestone, but when we're starting off, it's a big deal, you know.
The small victories matter.
Yeah. We survived 1 month of consistently recording every week and uploading. So
I like that.
yeah.
I like that.
And also I was kind of seeing like our growth throughout, because I was rewatching Masks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mask Part 1. And I was just like, even like just based on whatever I was saying about myself, like I've in just a month, I've already grown so much from that point. Like I was seeing the things that I was talking about, emotions, and the thing about the way I viewed other stuff. And like it's not completely changed, but it's changed for the better at the current moment. And I'm happy about that. And even you have really matured on camera, dude.
I have.
Yeah, like I mean, from the first episode,
I can't tell the difference.
Yeah, you were a bit nervous, a bit stiffed up on camera, but now you've made your own. You're comfortable. At least
I
that's
hope so. I
yeah.
hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
And also, this is a thank you to all of you who have begun to support us. We are thankful for the reception, as always. And let's just go on into the episode.
Yeah. Tell us what the topic of today is, or what the question is.
So, episode 6, uniqueness. Our question for today, or question for the week, is: are we born unique, or do we become unique? And this is also the last topic that we had a previous discussion on. So after this episode, it's all new territory for us. But the last time, if I do remember correctly, we again had a lot of discourse like the last.
Yeah.
Like with identities.
I remember, yeah.
So let's see how this one goes. We have we have a few points. We hope to finish this in one sitting. We don't want to make this a part 1, part 2. So let's just jump straight in. Let's go with point 1.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
The first point is the blank slate or the blueprint debate. So do we enter the world with inherent uniqueness already coded in our DNA, temperament, and natural inclinations, or are we born?
Born.
Or are we born?
Or
are we born relatively similar and shaped into uniqueness by our experiences, choices, and circumstances?
All right. So
where do you want to start?
We can start with the first question, because I think like uniqueness exists in both, like in the DNA and in the experiences thingy.
For sure.
I think from what I remember, my view really leans more into the experiences part, and your view really leans more into the DNA part. So since the first question is on the DNA
Yeah.
thing, you can start with this, like with what your
Sure.
view is on this.
Yeah. This is. I'm basically gonna be how do you say it? Regurgitating.
Regurgitating.
I'm just basically going to be regurgitating last week's points. So so basically just out of survival and evolution, there's always going to be some difference in everybody, no matter what, because that's just how it is in the natural world. And that's how we survived, and that's how we became, well, humans. And
Okay.
exactly, so
I'm curious about like inherent uniqueness already coded into our DNA, temperament and natural inclinations. What's your take on the temperament and natural inclinations?
that's where it'd be harder to define, because of course I'm not
like, is that something that's developed, or is it inherently already there when we are born?
I think it's a combination of both, right?
Okay. How so? Because I think it's
I don't know. Maybe I'm approaching it way too logically, but I'm not. I don't study DNA or biology in any
of course.
sense of the way. So I'm going at it basically assuming that some of these things, like the temperament and natural inclinations, are coded in the DNA, but I don't actually know that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's actually a good disclaimer that you brought up. Like, we are obviously not experts on biology, so yeah, we don't really know. But at least from what my logical mind is saying, I think like temperament and natural inclinations are something that's more developed rather than something that we're just born
Seems
with.
like it, right?
Yeah.
It's more connected to the brain and the habits that you make out, that you make.
But temperament as well, I don't know if that's more. It could be like a mix of born with it and developed, because like if someone just has a short temper, it's not like that person developed the short temper. It just has that short temper. So yeah, maybe it really, it's just ingrained. But okay, are we born relatively similar and shaped into uniqueness? So which one do you think rings more? Because both of them are true, but I wouldn't say they're equally true.
Well, this is going to be similar to the last week's as well. Or
Which one do you think rings more true practically? The one that we're just born with uniqueness majoritarily, or like do we develop majority of our uniqueness through experiences and our choices and circumstances? So I'm talking about majority.
I understand. It's just that it's a slippery slope, because I was thinking about values that everybody would like to have, but then at the same time, those are values that everybody would like to have, so that's not necessarily unique, right? And everybody, of course, wants to become a better person and, have better habits or whatever, right?
Yeah, I think, this is something that I said last time we discussed, but I think we are born relatively similar. Physically, and then like the things that really make us unique, apart from like our physical looks and body types and all of that, like again, just going back to last episode where we were talking about the person itself rather than just the body. I think what really makes the person itself unique more is like the experiences, choices, and circumstances that the person goes through during the course of their life, more than what the body does.
Yeah, I think my answer is going to be the same as last week. It's 50-50 for me.
Okay.
Because there's so many things that the physical body, or there are many things that will be affecting or will depend on how you were born or how those physical attributes were developed. Like you have genetics like ADHD or autism, and then you have more severe ones like with some problems with the heart or whatever, right?
Yeah. Regarding this, I will lean more into the body argument.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like you say 50-50, I probably say 60-40.
Okay.
So yeah, I do agree more than I did with you on the last one. But yeah, I still do think 60% experiences, choices, all of that, and 40% body.
Yeah, it just for me it just comes back to the point is that the physical body is what interacts with the world, right? But yeah.
All right, cool. Point number 2, the conformity paradox. So why do we this is a very interesting one. Why do we simultaneously crave belonging,
Oh shit, not
which
this
is
one.
fitting in, and individuality, which is standing out? The Tetris metaphor suggests that perfect conformity leads to erasure, but is some level of fitting in necessary for survival and connection? So what was that?
I think somebody just opened or closed the door.
okay.
Don't worry.
I think vibrated the room. But okay, the Tetris metaphor that this talks about is so this actually I found it on Pinterest.
Oh yeah.
Tetris.
Well, I like it though. I like it. I like it.
So it says Tetris taught me that when you try to fit in, you disappear. And yeah. When I came across that on my feed, I was like, bars. I'm like, damn.
He has a point. He has a point. Let him cook.
Yeah. But yeah, what do you think in this? Why do we? Well, I mean, okay, let's not, because I think we'll just go on a spiral.
Exactly.
Answer why we crave it, but
let's just get one thing out of the way. Like we can agree that it's like a balancing act. It's not. It's
yeah.
not one or the other.
Yeah. 100%.
It's definitely a balancing act.
You sure you're good?
I'm just gonna leave. I'm out. Frick me. What is? I'm just tired. All right. It's been a long day.
He's come back from travel, so yeah, cut him some slack. Yeah, but I mean, it is. Even though we're not gonna fully go into answering it, it is an interesting question to keep in mind. Of like, why do we crave belonging and individuality at the same time?
Yeah, because why actually? Good point.
Because I mean, like if we talk about the some level of fitting in necessary for survival connection thing, like that, what reminds me of that is like how, like ages ago, when we were hunter gatherers and we were in tribes, like
it was a necessity for survival.
It was a necessity for survival to fit in, because if you don't have a tribe, then you're just
alone
in the woods and you're pretty much dead. So that really like making its place in the psyche of a human mind makes sense of like, okay, why you want to fit in, because that's almost ingrained as a survival
It's an
instinct.
Yeah, it's an instinct.
And when you don't and you're kind of like outcast, that's when the whole loneliness thing comes, and we'll discuss more on that on the loneliness episode. But yeah, but then the individuality thing, I think that's more of a modern idea that's come up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's like, even if we talk about cultures, I think individuality really made its rise after like the West was established, like with America coming up, and I think America was the one that made it like publicized with the American dream.
I guess so. Yeah.
Right. And then of course Europe also kind of. Europe has this interesting balance between fitting in and individuality, I feel. And then Asia is more about fitting in than individuality. At least according to me.
I'm trying to think about my past experiences to see if I can confirm those.
So I think individuality is more of a newly developed idea.
But it's definitely necessary, right? But like diversity is always a good thing.
Yeah, but it's an idea born out of convenience, because we are able to be individual in this day and age because of how convenient and comfortable the current era is, like with the technology, with the general economic prosperity all over the globe compared to the past and things like that.
I want to challenge you on that one. I think it might have come way before that.
Okay, around when would you say? if you think it came before that.
Oh, no, I can't put like a specific date or time period.
Because when
but
I'm saying is, it's like after the Industrial Revolution, around that time, that's when I think individuality really came up.
Because even like even if we go all the way back to, you know, when we were just hunting and like you would have definitely needed some people, you know, to scout the area, learn about animals or stuff like that, and then you have.
But that's again, it's not individuality. That's more of the role that you play in that society. That's again fitting in. Wouldn't you say?
I guess so.
Because it's not like you alone are going to scout. It's you and a bunch of people. It's a team.
It's like a group. Yeah. I
Yeah.
see what you mean now.
I mean, the way I understand the word individuality in this context is more like expressing yourself
Gotcha.
the way you want to be expressed.
Yeah. I think I got it confused with like different roles.
Yeah. No. Because like it says standing out, and the way you stand out.
But
is
even
by,
then, there's like different styles of like if I'm just gonna put this into medieval times, you know, like there's different types of techniques and different styles of fighting, for example, or
yeah, but that's born out of self-expression.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, that has nothing to do with roles per se.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just countered your own point, dude.
Counter one thing?
First of all,
I guess so.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
okay.
what was the main point that you were trying to make?
I was trying to say that it came before that. When did you say? What's
industrial.
the American? Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Right?
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Because diversity is always going to be a good thing, right? Because it means more ideas, more different ways to tackle a specific problem. It means more experience, more knowledge, and right, and that's always been useful, regardless of what time period it is, right? That's why I thought it was much earlier than the America, when the U.S. presented the American dream.
Maybe probably because I think like if you're going earlier in time, probably it could have come up after we discovered agriculture, because that's when these like real survival instinct kind of became more domestic. In the sense that like we didn't have to fully
we didn't need to hunt.
On like that.
Maybe.
Like I mean, survival was more stable.
Yeah.
So perhaps because the way I see it is, if you're trying to survive, you don't have time to do anything else.
Ooh, oh shit! But I don't remember. This just reminded me of like the hierarchy of needs. That I don't know who designed it or wrote about it, but there's like a pyramid, right?
Yeah.
What was like the bottom was basic survival needs like food, water, shelter. The second one was like psychological security, something like that, and then the other ones I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was more like wants and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So I think individuality is a product born out of the abundance of time.
Abundance of time. So the bottom pyramid is basically at the bottom. The first two bases are met.
Yes.
In the pyramid, basically.
Yeah.
That's when we had.
After that.
More individuality.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's when you're
Let me search it up. I have my phone here. Why not?
Sure. Yeah. I think that's when you're like not comfortable.
Right, because it wasn't.
Language is so restricting sometimes, bro. Like, I can't find the words. But
the hierarchy
yeah.
of needs, or the pyramid of needs. Here. Oh, psychological is first? What the?
Let me see that.
No, physiological. I read that completely wrong. Mamma mia.
All right.
So yeah, the first one is physiological. So food, water, shelter. Then what was the second one?
Safety needs, which
safety needs,
security and safety.
And then
there's psychological needs, which is belongingness and love. So intimate relationships and friends. Then we have esteem needs, which is prestige and feeling of accomplishment. and then we have self-actualization, which is achieving one's full potential, including creative activity.
So what bases do you think need to be met for there to be individuality?
I think till belongingness and love needs.
Belonging and love needs.
Because
Yeah.
belongingness
I guess so,
itself
yeah.
in a word says that you need to fit in more.
Exactly.
Right? If you want that.
I guess so.
So I think after that, so with esteem needs and self-actualization, that's where individuality really comes up.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I still do find it interesting, the dichotomy between our craving to belong and our craving to be also different at the same time. It's not like we wish for only one at, like, you know.
Exactly.
It's not like some people wish only to belong and some people wish only to stand out. We all have, I mean, even though if the ratio is different for each person, I think both desires are still there.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Everybody.
That's life. That's life in general. It's always a balancing act with the opposite. Oh, what? I forgot.
Yeah.
I had a
But
better
anyway,
word in my
we're
mind.
gonna dive more into this individuality thing with the further points. So let's move on.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is mine.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh,
point
this is
3.
mine, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so point 3. Nature's variables, even identical twins raised in the same environment.
This is something that when I was reading this, I was like, Nick is gonna have an interesting view on this. But yeah, go for it. My bad.
Identical twins raised in the same environment develop different personalities. What does this tell us about the inherent vs. developed uniqueness? How much individuality is hardwired from birth?
So, what is your view on this?
Oh, what's my view on this? Well, I guess for me and my twin sister, this is more obvious because, you know, there's the obvious fact that I'm male, she's female, and then...
But like, in personality-wise, because you both have...
Oh, we're the opposite.
Yeah, you have
I would
very
say we're
different-
the opposites.
You guys have different personalities
We're
altogether,
complete
so
opposites.
Yes, how do you think that came up to be? Like,
How that came up to be, God.
or rather, would you say that's more like you guys developed different personalities more because of the different experiences both of you had with like your regarding your own life, or was it inherently biological?
Wow.
Like
I'm gonna have to ask
which
her
one
this,
played
'cause-
which one played more importance is what I'm asking. Not which one, like, because both play a role.
Right.
But which one played the more
agreed.
important role? The experiences or the biological factor of it?
I think in this case, it might have been more the biological.
Are you sure?
I think so. I don't know. It's like it's hard to pinpoint, right? Because it's not like we were hanging out together the whole time.
Okay,
Especially
so
when
that's
we were growing
exactly.
up,
So
right?
wouldn't you say that testaments more towards the experiences part? Because you both had like very different experiences while being alone, or not alone, but separate from each other.
But then those things could have been developed because of some stuff earlier that we both experienced, and we just interpreted it and, dealt with it differently. Exactly.
I didn't understand that.
So you remember, like, I don't know if it was last week or the week before that, you talked about how the development part, like a lot of it happens at the beginning of a child's life.
Sense of self.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What I was trying to say, I don't know if our different experiences led to our uniqueness, or was it something that happened beforehand that we both experienced, but we just took it differently? Did that make more sense?
Kinda. Give me an example, because like I'm still trying to.
Okay, so for example, let's say, God. All right, so okay, let's say we're both kids, we're really young. Let's say we both got into a fight, and then our parents yelled at us, or whatever, right? Whatever experience we got out, or whatever we learned out of that experience, it could have been different because of the DNA or whatever, or it could have also been because of our past experiences before that. Like, it's like hard to pinpoint what caused.
Okay.
Do you get me?
Okay. But which one do you think played the more like impactful role in that scenario? The biology or the past experiences?
I don't know. Because there's been studies about this too. I remember like there's a study. I don't know if I remember the details right, but there's like two twins. One, they grew up in the household, and another one, I think they like.
What, kidnapped the child? What?
No. I hope it was consensual, because what I remember is one was raised in the household and the other one was like raised with monkeys or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
Well, that's how I remember it, right? And of course, the two kids.
Who would consent to that? But okay.
I don't know. I hope that's what the experiment actually was. But it was something like that, right? And of course, the two twins grew up to be different, right? But in this case, I'm not sure if it could be applied to me and my sister, because we somewhat grew up in the same environment, even if we experienced different parts of those environments. But then I guess that could also count as a different environment.
Like the way I'm understanding it is that like if we do a callback to last episode,
Yeah.
nurture is playing a bigger role than nature.
Yeah,
Nature being the physical.
Because, or my logical thought behind this was because we both grew up in the same
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, we
Because I mean, even if you did grow up in the same house, I mean, it's not like you both were raised the same way.
exactly. And there's also the
Yeah.
fact that we weren't always together.
So yeah, like your
and
social
the-
experiences also
exactly.
would have been different.
We had different friends, exactly, right? So right, so it's hard to pinpoint if it's the environment and our experiences that made us so different, or was it really all just the DNA?
So after this discussion, what would you say? Would it be inherent that is which is more prevalent, or is it developed uniqueness that's more prevalent?
I would not know.
Why would you not know, bro?
I don't know, bro.
Because to me, I think we reached a pretty good answer.
What did you think the answer was going to be?
I think it was developed uniqueness.
Developed uniqueness?
Yeah. Given the fact of how we discuss, like, both of
Okay.
yours, separate social surroundings, the way you both were brought up were different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, credit though that most of it was because that you're a guy and she's a girl. Fair enough. That's why that's like the real split factor of why you guys experience life differently. But then apart from the fact that one of y'all were born a guy and one of y'all were born a girl, it starts there and ends there. After that, I mean, not ends there, but like, I mean, the most important contribution of that point was at the time that you were born. And then after that, it's more about how that really influenced the rest of your life, and what all experiences that gave you. And then I think the uniqueness that you guys have in your personalities is derived more from the experiences you all had more than the biological part of it, is what I think.
Well, then those experiences could have been caused by the DNA. Okay, no, we're just going to go in circles. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
He hit the nail on the head. He hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. And since we're already so confused, we're not even going to go into how much individuality is hardwired from birth. Let's just stay away from that. But yeah, let's move on to number 4. The cultural shaping force. So I think you'll also have a more prevalent view on this.
Oh, for sure.
Different cultures value and express individuality differently. So are we born with the same potential for you? Oh, same potential for uniqueness, but shaped by societal expectations about how much to express it, and is uniqueness partly a cultural privilege? So what do you think? I mean, I have my answer for this, but you have been exposed to more cultures than I have, so what's your take on this before I tell
My take on this is, God, this is these are
Don't overthink.
weird questions. So yeah, are we born with the same potential for uniqueness, but shaped by societal expectations? Okay, first, yeah. Let me start with this. Different cultures value different values and express individuality different. That's certainly true. Maybe not in a. They're not. I wouldn't say they're as different as you think, but there's definitely differences in how they express certain values that they practice and value. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
and at least in my personal experience, being exposed to so many different cultures while growing up, it just means that I wasn't really shaped by any of them necessarily. I was being exposed to so many cultures just made me more open-minded and more curious into learning what those cultures are and why they're there, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else to say? Or?
And I don't know what else to add to that. What is your answer for this one? I am actually curious.
For the different cultures value and express individual, I think, again, going back to the continent thingy that I was saying before, I think, yeah, it does vary a lot when we look at it globally, because I think like the West is more individuality driven.
Oh, for sure. That's
Whereas
yes.
the East, or like Asia and the Middle East and places like that, and even Africa, they're more, I don't know what the word for it is, but like societally. No.
Not even society. I would say they value more the family.
Yeah, family.
Family.
Like they give a lot of importance to
Honor, heritage,
expectations.
Family, yeah,
like societal expectations.
and societal expectations, yeah.
Yeah. So in that sense, I would say, yeah, it's definitely very varying when we see it at that scale. Are we born with the same potential for uniqueness but shaped? I think yes, because like, as I said, I think we are all fundamentally born pretty much the same when we're born. That didn't make sense.
No, that made sense. It's just one that I don't completely agree. But
yeah. Again, with the context of like the person, I'm ignoring physical factors, just talking about the person. I think we are all born pretty much similar because we don't have anything, because we haven't experienced anything yet to shape us. And as we've been discussing for like the past 2 or 3 episodes, like the environment that you are nurtured in plays a very, very big role in how you grow up. And yeah, that also translates to the uniqueness that you are able to express. Because I'm just thinking, like even like within India itself, right? Or like, let me not even say India, like within people that I know, because I'm thinking back to like school days and when my circle was bigger. But like people I've seen, it really depends on how the family view, or like if you're talking from the perspective of the child, how the parents view individuality. In my case, my parents are pretty favorable towards individuality, hence I had a lot more freedom in expressing my different quirks and
Gotcha, yeah.
sides of uniqueness, whereas others didn't really have that. So they were forced to. It's not that they didn't have that uniqueness; it's that they were forced to not express it.
Hide it.
Yeah, hide it, and which eventually led to them not like that thing, like that.
It didn't develop.
Yeah, that quirk. I don't know, but yeah, it didn't develop basically. So I do think we all do have the same potential for uniqueness, but it is definitely shaped by the expectations of how much we can express it. And is uniqueness partly a cultural privilege? Yeah. The way that uniqueness is being defined here, more in the case of, because I mean we'll touch more upon this at the final point of the observer effect, but the way uniqueness is being defined here is not as an inherent quality but more as a observable action.
Yeah.
So in the context of uniqueness being defined as an observable action, I think it is a cultural privilege, is my answer.
That does make sense now. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you don't have anything else to add.
No, I don't have anything else to add. It does make sense. It seems like culture is more like a lens that you can express your uniqueness, or how much uniqueness even you can express.
Yeah, I would compare it more to a filter.
Or to a filter, yeah, maybe that might be a better metaphor for it.
Yeah. Because,
but then,
okay, yeah, I don't want to get too political about it, but yeah. Because, I mean, there are certain countries popping up in my mind.
Yeah, I was about to say,
one country in particular where uniqueness is definitely not something that is encouraged. But yeah, what were you gonna say?
No, yeah, I was thinking about, like, is there any cultures that actually amplify or what's a better word of saying encourage individuality or uniqueness?
Yeah,
they're definitely
America,
right. Oh, one. America, yeah, there you go.
They're all about it. So, yeah. But it also shows. I don't know, because I don't know if this will touch into the political territory.
Go for it.
Yeah, forget. I'm just gonna say it anyway.
Go for it.
Like, if we take America as the example, right? They really encouraged individuality and uniqueness and diversity and all of that. But then the extent to which they have encouraged it has now resulted in a mess of a society, which I kind of find interesting, where at least where the narrative is being driven that uniqueness is more important than fitting in the modern era, that too much of uniqueness results in chaos. But then if we see cultures like China or Japan, where fitting in is encouraged more than uniqueness, it's more of a peaceful society. I mean, ignoring the political thingy of...
No, yeah, you can dig at that all day. That's a whole other rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But it makes sense why it seems like that, especially in the surface level, because...
Yeah, I think deeper it is definitely a different story. Like, if we look at from the mental dimension.
Because like we said before, it's like a balancing act. If there's too much individuality, you're not thinking about the society as a whole and how they can benefit. You're only thinking about yourself, right? So if you take it to the very extreme, it just ends up being chaotic, and people just being selfish, and
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, what do you like? Tell me your view on this as well. But I think Europe has. Again, I'm not speaking for all countries because I don't know how each culture is in each country. But for the majority of what I've seen, Europe does have a good balance although it is getting more unstable by the day nowadays, but for the most part, it has kept a good balance between individuality and, fitting in
It's
to
hard
the
to say.
society.
Nowadays, it's definitely hard to say.
Nowadays, it's hard to say,
It's
but
definitely hard to say.
I think, yeah,
5 years ago, 10 years ago.
I think 10 years ago would be a good reference point.
Yeah.
Because like they care about the
Yeah.
the norms the society carries. Like let's just take Finland for example,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like there is a big focus on taking care of the environment, not only for yourself but for others as well, right? And for the society in general. But then at the same time, there is also like the thing of individuality of where you said for different ideas and knowledge and research and all of that. So yeah, and I think like other countries as well, like with Germany and France and same thing. So yeah, anyway, point number 5.
Tied at 6, 7. Oh, fuck. I wanted to say it's a balancing act again, but then I'm doing 6, 7.
6, 7.
Again.
All right, number 5. Who needs to read this?
I'm reading it.
All right.
All right. The survival vs expression balance. Okay, cool. Throughout human history, being too different could mean social exile or death.
Yeah, so
Being too
upon
similar.
this.
Yeah, I was just about to say, this seems like the whole balancing act that we've been bringing
Yeah,
back up. What
Being
was
too
it?
similar could mean
Could mean getting lost in the crowd. How do we navigate this tension between authentic self-expression and social acceptance?
I think, you know what, instead of like giving an answer, let's talk about how we have done this.
Okay, sure.
Because I think
I like it, yeah.
because if we go on a general view thing, like we're just gonna keep going
Yeah,
back and
true,
forth.
true.
So let's start with you, like how have you? Okay, not to say that we have like achieved this, because we have not. We're still
haven't-
learning.
Yeah.
But thus far, how have you maintained that balance between what was it? Authentic self-expression and social acceptance.
I'm a TA.
Yeah. So like, how have you?
That's my service to society right now. I'm a TA.
Mhm.
That's my social acceptance. I'm part of the staff here. It's my greatest achievement so far.
Yeah.
And then authentic self-expression, just surfing the internet, exploring things I'm interested in, trying.
Actually, this
drawing.
is an interesting question. How do you express yourself? Like, what
How
are the
do I express
avenues
myself?
where you express yourself?
Anything. I'd say anything.
No, you personally. I
Yeah,
mean.
me personally.
Okay.
I'd say almost anything.
Hmm.
This,
Yeah, this is definitely
This-
one. Yeah.
cooking, I want to say studying, but at the same time, that's kind of a slippery
How
slope.
would you express yourself through studying?
I don't know.
Like the way you study, or
I like-
how
I
much
like-
you study, or
I like math.
yeah, I know. But,
It is getting a bit annoying recently, though. Yeah.
it's always been annoying. Yeah.
Playing video games, surfing the internet about stuff I'm interested in about, drawing,
Yeah, when you-
self-reflection,
Mm.
playing volleyball, sports.
Yeah, when you said surfing the internet, I think, how do I phrase this? Like the real point of how you like you personally, Nick, how you express yourself with surfing the web is the things that you surf the web for, because you have like very niche things that you search.
Yes, you're very much right
Like
now.
you
You're
have,
very much
he
right.
has some very very unique searches that he has done, so I think that's like a good, I think
Hema, sword fighting,
yeah,
half sword.
Yeah, because I've been thinking about
And then
how, like, towards when the beginning of our friendship, right?
some weird physics videos I have as well.
Yeah. The beginning of our friendship. Yeah, one of the things that I kept observing about you and like thinking about you was like he searches for some very interesting, very niche stuff, you know. I mean,
What
at the
was
time
that?
you were going, you still are, but like you were going more through a medieval phase back then.
I'm still are, yeah.
You
I'm
still
still
are.
are.
So
I still,
no, you
I
still
will-
is.
I'm still,
What are the grammar is? But yeah,
I'm still in it.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
still
yeah.
in it. I still want to fence. I still want to try with HEMA.
Yeah.
I just don't have the money to buy a $400 sword though.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, okay, but again, you haven't really told how you balanced it.
Oh, balanced it.
Like, let's say when you're outside, like let's say in uni with friends. That, so like obviously you don't come straight out and be like, you know, this is all my weird quirks.
yeah, of
You
course.
know, I freaking love Pokemon. You know, you're not like that. But then, that's reserved for like, you know, people who are somewhat like spend more time with you.
Yeah.
So like that. So is the amount of time people spend with you that like dividing factor, or is it something else? Between like people who get to see your self-expression versus people who get to see your socially acceptable version.
I guess so.
So
I
time.
guess so.
Yeah.
Just time. Yeah.
Mm.
Just time. Yeah. If yeah,
Cool.
I don't know how else to put it. Yeah. I guess it is just time.
Yeah. Okay. All right, then I guess I'll do my take
Go
on
for it,
this.
yeah.
Tension between authentic self-expression.
What
and
are your
social
forms of
acceptance.
self-expression?
My forms of self-expression, they're all in the creative side. So
No, that's fine. That's
yeah,
that's a good thing.
Yeah, one is obviously this podcast, music, sketching, the video games I play. I mean, mostly whatever you said, like surfing the web, stuff that I search the web for as well. Lego.
Legos.
The Legos that I buy, you know, that's
How could I
definitely
forget
one.
Legos?
That's one way. Yeah, and for me, the boundary that really, like, between authentic self-expression and social acceptance is curiosity from other people, in the sense that, like, if they ask questions, that's when they get to see this side of me. So like for the
Nice.
most part, it's like the socially acceptable Kevin that's outside, and all of that. And then obviously time spent with me is one factor, because like you obviously didn't ask any questions, but you know all this because of the time we spent
Just
together.
the time we spend. Yeah.
And most people don't ask questions. It's because of the time they spend together. But then, for example, there are a few people who, like, because they asked, they got to know those things about me. Otherwise, they would have never known that we have a podcast, you know, or like they would have never known that I'm into video editing and like other creative stuff, or they would have never known that I sketch or play the piano or whatever, and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think the way I balance it is depending on how much people want to know about me. If they, and this is more of a recent development. It wasn't like this before,
Alright.
but
Hit me.
yeah, it's off late that like it's actually after coming to Finland that I adopted this mentality, like, of like minding your own business thing. Like if people want to know, they'll ask. If
They'll
they
ask,
don't want to
exactly.
know,
If they don't
they'll
wanna
not
know.
ask. So I'm like, that makes life so much more easier.
Exactly, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah. So that's how I balance it. It's more about what people want to know. If they don't want to know, they don't want to know. It doesn't change the fact that I'm still that.
It's a great way to live.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, and actually for the audience as well, like, let us know your answers in like the comments or something, because like I'm very curious about how different people maintain this balance. Because as we said,
Yeah.
we still like we haven't mastered this certain thing, so like having an exposure to different methods and different ways,
It's always a good thing.
always good thing. Yeah,
Like I
could
said,
help each other, could help us. And
diversity equals
yeah,
new ideas, knowledge.
yeah.
It's always a good thing.
Yeah, but moving on to the last point, we've done a good job of pacing ourselves this episode.
I know, right? I'm surprised.
Yeah, we relatively went quickly to this.
I'm surprised. Yeah.
But yeah, last point, the observer effect. The return. The observer effect. Different context this time. Does uniqueness exist if no one notices it? Are we unique in isolation? Or does uniqueness only become real through contrast and recognition?
Bro, this is
from
like the
others?
relativity theory. How do we know the baseball is moving in space if there are no stars or whatever? Freaking bro.
Yeah, this question actually really hits home for me. So I'm gonna take some time to think of my answer. But like, yeah, you go for it.
Like, if I guess we're not unique if nobody notices it, right? I guess it comes back to the last point, right? What is the barrier until when they learn about your like authentic self or those forms of self-expression, right?
No, but bear in mind that because again, the definition of uniqueness is important. So
Oh shit, that makes sense.
yeah, so now we are moving from uniqueness being an expressible action to being an inherent quality.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
in that context, what do you think of uniqueness
No,
being an inherent quality?
My answer would still be the same.
Still be the same?
Still be the same.
So
if nobody notices, they won't know you're unique,
Okay.
right? Until they, spend time with you, ask questions. Yeah, I don't think it matters if it's a inherited characteristic or something gained through experience. I don't think it matters, right? If nobody notices it, how are people gonna know how unique Kevin is or I am, right? Did you see as
No, it's not about whether they would know or not. It's about whether it exists.
Oh, whether it,
That's what I'm talking about.
never mind. That just makes it.
Yeah. It's not about whether people know I'm unique. Is it?
Shit.
It's just objective.
mind.
Like, am I unique?
Am I unique?
Regardless of whether people know it or not.
Well, I'm guessing I've answered the second question then. Are we unique in isolation?
Exactly.
I was asking
Yeah.
the second question. Never mind that.
Okay, my answer to this.
Go for it, please. I need something to
I
bounce
think
off
okay.
of.
One, there are two dimensions to this.
Mm-hmm.
One is irrelevant because we are not in this situation and we never will be. But
True.
you are like, you can't be unique if you're the only person that's there
Yeah.
in existence.
Yeah.
So yeah, so in a way you are not unique in isolation if we take the meaning of isolation to be that you are the only person that's present.
Mm-hmm.
But then, of course, as I said, that's irrelevant because we're not in that situation. We have a human race.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that turns this question more into an existential one, which is, one, is it important to be unique?
No. Actually.
No?
I take that back.
Oh, okay.
No. I take that back. But wait. Maybe I don't
think
take
we
it
might
back.
have to add a 0.7.
maybe I
Okay,
won't take it back.
before we go into the observer effect, let's talk about this then. Is it important to be unique? What do you think? Do you think it is important to be unique, regardless of whether people notice it or not?
No.
No.
No, I don't think that shouldn't really be a priority in a day-to-day life. No, I don't think so.
I don't think it's a priority in day-to-day life because it's already inherently there.
Exactly. So
Like,
why?
you wouldn't say that breathing is a priority in day-to-day life because you're automatically doing it. So the same way, like, you're not consciously trying to be unique because you already are. But then that doesn't. But then it's not
But-
like is breathing important? Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
breathing is important. But
It's not a priority, but it's definitely important.
priority.
So.
Oh, but if we're going it like that, then I guess yeah, it is important
Hmm.
to some extent.
I think uniqueness is important in terms of self-worth.
I don't know if I like that one. I don't know.
Okay, what's
don't
rubbing you
know.
the wrong way about that line?
I don't know. Because I'm just thinking if we take that to the extreme, like that's definitely not a good thing, right? But then
Extreme as in like what? What is the extreme in this case?
it's just, I'm losing words here, bro.
I'm telling you, bro, language is such a restriction. If only we could like just put a hologram of our thoughts.
Just put it in your head. Yeah, what you said was individuality is important for self-worth.
Not individuality, like uniqueness.
Uniqueness is important
to
for
self-worth.
self-worth.
Yeah. Because I know personally that it is for me.
For you?
Yeah. Or it has been for me.
For me, no.
All right.
No.
Okay, I'll tell you where. I'll give you a bit of
Go for
context
it.
of where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
So, I won't go too much into personal details, but for a good part of my childhood, I was a unique person in a good way. Like in the sense that I would be more studious than the average student. I would have like, I'm good at art, so I would be better at art than the average student, like that my friends. And then I had music, I would be better at music than the average person. So a lot of my childhood life was
An overachiever.
yeah, I guess and I kind of drew my identity from that of being being an overachiever.
Okay, I see where we split.
Of being an overachiever. But then of course life happens and then people catch up to you.
Of course.
And then you're not outstanding anymore. You're just the general public.
Yep.
So then that put me into like an existential hole where
Yep.
I'm like,
Same here.
then what the hell am I like? What is my
Same here.
identity? You know.
Yep.
So that's where like this thing of are we unique in isolation or does unique only become real through contrast? Like that's the question that I ask myself basically. And then the answer, well, I wouldn't say I still have reached a definite answer, but the answer that I'm going with for now is that yes, I am unique, but then that doesn't mean that like being unique in something doesn't mean you have to be the best in that thing. In the sense that like if I'm unique with like my sense of music, it doesn't mean that I have to be the best musician.
Yeah.
Whereas previously I used to accredit it to being that like if only you were the best at something, you would be unique at that thing. Right? But yeah, obviously that's not the case. So same with sketching. I am definitely not the best artist that I know. But then that doesn't mean that I'm not unique with drawing. Like the whole concept of the average person really just goes off because everybody has their own things that they're unique in. So there's actually not really an average public, so to say, if we see it from that point of view.
No, yeah.
Because everybody is just unique in something or the other. So, and it really, I mean, the core of it really goes back to comparison, of comparison being the thief of joy. And like instead of defining uniqueness through comparison, you define uniqueness through you define uniqueness through self-existence. Did that make sense?
No, yeah. I've gone through the same thing actually.
Yeah. So that's where I'm saying that even if there's no one to witness it, that doesn't erase the fact that I am unique. That
Right.
I do have these tastes in music, sketching, this and that, volleyball, blah 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 blah, whatever.
Right.
So regardless of whether if it's being noticed, well and good. I mean, at least as a witness.
If
to
it happens, it happens, right?
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
if
it's
there
a
is
good
no
thing.
witness to it,
So what, right? What's the issue? I can still enjoy it.
yeah, because I mean, like with music, right? Earlier, previously, I would get my pleasure of playing music from getting praise from the outside.
Audience. Got it.
But then that led me to not really enjoying music for what it is. I was doing it as a thing for like validation or whatever. But now, like for the past few years, I play music because I just love music. I play it because I love that I can play what I want to play the way I want to play it. It also kind of because I've been like rewatching Haikyuu as well, and there's that one point, I think it's in the Karasuno versus Inarazaki game, where is it Hinata who comes to the realization? He's like, to be free is to be strong, right?
No, that's Bokuto, I think.
Is it?
Like, or no? Because there's a scene where Bokuto says his one thing that his one core value is that his goal is to always have fun, right? And that means, to get stronger, because getting blocked or missing a receive or missing a serve is just not fun, right?
Yeah.
And to always give it 100%, to be better, to be stronger, so that you can have fun when the actual match happens.
Yeah, that is also there. I think Hinata as well, because it's that realization when they are playing against the Mia twins and the setter guy is just doing whatever he wants. But then it's because he has that skill that he can do whatever he wants. So in a similar way, like they're not having fun in volleyball because they're performing it for the audience who's watching. They're just having fun in volleyball because they just love the sport. And that's the same case for me. I love volleyball because of just what the sport is and how I look at the sport. But then something that's much closer to me than volleyball is music. And I have fun in music now because I just enjoy the way that I play and just enjoy the way that I can express myself through it. So that's where it's more about being unique to... Because in a way, yes, uniqueness is partly defined by being compared to others.
Right.
But then it doesn't mean that the value of uniqueness comes from that comparison. Just because it's defined by that doesn't mean
it can even be harmful, right?
Yeah. Just because it's defined by that doesn't mean that its value is taken from that, if it makes sense.
I don't disagree at all.
What about you? Because you said that you went through something similar.
No, I went through the exact same thing. When I was younger, I was an overachiever. I liked the praise, and then it came to a point where, at one point, it was just a big smack in the face. I'm like, nope, you're not good as you think you are. I'm like, and it's just like these few years of me just banging my head against the wall, trying to catch up, and then it got to a point where it was an existential crisis where I just lost all motivation, got burnt out, and then that point of view or the way I was doing things just had to change because I was getting no joy out of it. I was bored, unmotivated.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My brother.
Let's
go. Yeah. So that's where my view of this thing of whether it exists because someone notices it. I don't think so. I think
it shouldn't matter, right?
Yeah, it shouldn't matter. I think it inherently exists, regardless if anyone notices it. If someone does notice it and it's acknowledged, it's good. That's nice. But it shouldn't be a source of quote unquote validation or self-worth, or a point that
There you go.
self-worth is derived from.
There you go. That's okay. Agree completely.
Yeah.
Let's go. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that was a good high five. Damn. So, yeah, I mean, that pretty much brings us to the end of this episode, actually.
Yeah.
1 hour 6, not bad. And yeah, if you guys have any other thoughts on uniqueness that you think that we should have focused on more or maybe added, feel free to mention it in the comments, and we might make another episode in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
Based on those points. But I think for the most part, we've covered the main points.
We've covered a lot already.
Yeah.
And also, while we're at it, subscribe, hit the notification
All
bell,
right.
not to miss any of our videos. And then we also have an Instagram. And if you want to, and please interact with us for the comments, just like Kevin said. And also for the DMs on Instagram, if you can.
Yeah.
As well. And also on Spotify. Frick, we can't forget Spotify.
Yeah. So, actually, I forgot to mention this, but it's been happening for the past 2 videos. But the subscribe button will come somewhere near my chest area.
Oh, yeah?
And yeah, so subscribe here. I think it comes here. I don't know. And yeah, there'll be another video that comes up on Nick's chest area. So yeah, you can go and watch that video. We have, as you can figure, we have 5 other episodes. So if you're interested in that, go for that. And yeah, Instagram, we are going to start doing some behind the scenes stuff there. I'm also working on making some reels from our episodes, doing it a bit more short form.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And Spotify listeners, of course, love to you guys too. Your exclusive polls are coming soon. I am brainstorming them. Don't worry. But yeah. But if you don't mind, if you do like the show, drop a follow. Rating the episode would be a great help. And yeah. Until next week, I guess. Do we have anything else to say?
No, that's it.
That's
it.
I feel like we're missing something.
What though? They already told them to.
No. The line.
You gotta make that line shorter. You have to make that line shorter. No.
So I hope that this served as entertainment at the very least and enlightenment at the very most. But yeah, without further ado, we'll see you next week for a new topic this time. There'll be no part 2 of this thing.
Yay.
And actually, wait. Well, I mean, we'll stress this more in the next episode. But something exciting is coming up in the episode after the one after.
Oh, right.
We have a surprise. Well, I guess it's a surprise in a way, but yeah. I won't say anything more. Until next week. Peace.
Until next week.